Oh! 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 No! Fuck Kumas! No, no, no! Cliffhanger! I lost! Ah! Hey guys, how's it going? Too Lazy for Life here, back at you again with another episode of Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works. We're on the last 2 episodes. Oh my god, I can't believe we're here already. It feels like just yesterday I started this series after having finished Fate Zero, and here we are. We're at the last 2 episodes. This is the penultimate episode, episode 24. The last episode was still a calm before the storm. Nothing a whole lot happened. Shiro and Gilgamesh haven't fully gone out, duped each other out yet, and I'm guessing it's either this episode or the next episode that all the shit's about to hit the fan, and I can't wait to have a full body orgasmic experience and my eyes just melt out of my head and my ears just pop out and my mouth, my jaw just drops to the floor. I'm not ready. My body's not ready for this hype fest. And yeah, this episode we are going to hopefully see the end to this disgusting abomination that's been sitting in the river, sitting in the pond or whatever it is in the outback of the Ryudo temple, because Shinji's been pulled out of the core of this plague spawn of Nurgle, and Gilgamesh managed to fend off whatever the hell popped out of it to try and grab a new core with Aya. So I'm guessing that thing has been practically vaporized by now, which is kind of counterintuitive to what Gilgamesh has been trying to do this whole time, which has been trying to make this thing grow bigger, and he now has to practically smush it. In the blast that Aya did to take out that giant, like, gangly hand that popped out of that abomination, Shiro got caught in the back blast and got pretty beaten up, but hey, at least he was twitching at the end. So yeah, it seems like he's still got some fight left in him, and this episode we're probably gonna see him get back up and duke it out with Gilgamesh some more, because if you ask me, I don't think this series is just going to end on a fight in the final episode and then, you know, have nothing to wrap up on. I don't see a show as great as Fate to do me dirty like that and end on such a, you know, empty, not satisfying, far too rushed ending for a series that has been so masterfully crafted up until this point. Most likely, next episode, episode 25, it's probably going to be an epilogue. So if I had to guess, everything's going to happen in this episode. Next episode, we're just going to spend the whole episode wrapping things up and just bringing everything to an end and bringing about some final closure to this series. I may be completely wrong, but if I'm right, then this is where everything is going to happen, and everything should come to an end in this episode, by the end of this episode, or at least all of the hype anyways. So, yeah. Without further ado, guys, let's get on with it. The final 2 episodes of the series. It's a bittersweet feeling, I'll tell you that much. I'm super hyped for this final showdown between Shiro and Gilgamesh, but at the same time, I'm very sad that I've reached the end of what has been a fantastic journey. Oh well, time to enjoy the final plunge of the roller coaster, okay? And not think about anything else. Let's go! Oh, and I'm also gonna miss this opening, man. This opening is just too good. Unlimited Blade Works. Again! Because I said this before in another episode.
誰かを救う誰かの姿を見て真似ただけの飾り物だ。あの時自分の中は空っぽだった。誰もが平等に死んで誰一人救えなかった。だからこそその理想に憧れた。いけないのか。自分の気持ちではないからそれは偽物なのか。偽物だから届いてはいけないのか。違う。それはきっと
Ah, what is this BGM, man?
叶えられない願いでもいい。全てを救うことは
I know I can't save everything.
ならなければ救いはない。
I know you can't save one without sacrificing another.
そんなものが理想に過ぎないと知った上で多くを救うために傷つけて、それでも誰も傷つかない幸福を求めて
Even if I know that this ideal is just a dream, I'll still keep striving for it.
やっとここにたどり着いた。そういった男こそが最後までその偽善を貫き通した。ならやっていける。借り物のまま偽物のままでも構わない。
Even if that's true, I don't care. I am okay with that.
最後までこの夢を張り続けられる。
I don't care what I find at the end of my road.
何一つないとしても今さら出してほしむものがあるのかよ。あれは覇者にのみ許された剣だ。本来貴様などエアを
You haven't the right to even look upon my beautiful sword, Aya. Oh, damn.
セイバー、調査官を助けてやってくれ。ギルガメッシュ、俺一人で何とかできる。
何を言うのですシロ。ご分を。リンは私が必ず。
セイバー、あの聖杯はお前
I think that this wasn't the grail you were hoping for.
だからよく見極めておくんだ。次は決して間違えないように。俺はお前のマスターにはふさわしくなかったんだろう。だから
そんなことはない。シロは私のマスターだ。サーバントとして責務を果たしてきます。話はまたその後で。
Ugh.
超企画様。俺にできることはただ一つ。自分の心を形にすることだけだった。体は
Oh! Oh my!
心はガラス。幾度の戦場を越えて腐敗。ただ一度の敗戦もなく、ただ一度の勝利もなく。担い手はここに一人。剣の丘で鉄を打つ。ならば
I have no regrets. This is the one true path. Unlimited Blade Works!
このみすぼらしい心象で何ができる？驚くことじゃない。
Oh! It just cancelled out Gate of Babylon!
偽物が本物にかなわないなんて道理はない。お前が本物だというのに、
Oh.
ことごとくを凌駕してその存在を叩き落とそう。行くぞ。
Let's get started, King of Heroes.
十分か。
Do you have enough weapons to match me?
追い上がったな。ラッシュ。
この泥もサーバントみたいなものよ。あなたがこれからどうなるかわからないわ。わかりました。リン、では早くこちらへ。そこから離れてさえしまえば、あとは私が。
Well, actually, hey, she's got the fucking water walking shit, right? From Fate Zero, she could just step on top of it. Couldn't you have done that?
なんてね。まあ、言うわよ。やつだけど。
I wonder what would happen if Saber stepped in that shit.
これ。
I mean, it doesn't seem to affect Rin. Rin looks so haggard up. Oh my god, he's actually keeping up with Gilgamesh. Yeah, how can this fucking mongrel stand against me? But you're a king, not a warrior. You're half-baked like me! Oh, Gilgamesh has had enough of your shit. Oh my god. Oh my god, Saber's like, what? Not again! Oh my god, it's like fucking Fate Zero all over again! I'm sorry, what? Archer's not dead? What? Archer's not dead? Oh! Oh my god. Oh! It's over. No! No! Don't go! Oi! Oh, fuck! Oh, I don't even get to fucking sit around and grieve. Fuck, we're getting straight back to this! Bakana! Bakana! Oh my god! Oh, I'm gonna fucking come. Oh my god, and this fucking soundtrack! He disarmed him! Oh! To think I must go all out against the likes of you! Oh my god, oh my god. He even summoned the fucking shield! Oh shit! He's pulling out Aya for this! Oh! 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 What? He cut off his arm! He got... Oh! Oh!
力切れとはくだらんマスを。お前の勝ちだ。満足して死ね。
Wait, that still wasn't enough to fucking defeat him?
この俺を取り込んだところで。
What? Oh, again with the fucking chains. Oh, wait, how did a black hole suddenly just spawn underneath Gilgamesh's fucking cut off arm? Oh! Fucking headshot! Sniped! Oh my god, that's it! Oh! 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 Brain.exe stop working! Brain.exe stop working! Brain.exe has stopped working! Oh, I'm fucking spurging out. I'm fucking spurging out. I'm fucking spurging out all over the place. Why? How are you still alive? What? Seems like a bit of an ass pull to me. Unless you pulled some kind of magic trick when Gilgamesh shot you the first time.
よくもここまでボロボロになったとは呆れたのだ。もう一度私と契約して。それはできない。けどそれじゃあんたはいつまで経っても救われ。参ったな。リン、私を頼む。手の通り。
Oh! He looks just like Shiro!
あいつら自分を好きになれるように頑張るから。だからあんたも。
答えは得た。大丈夫だよ、遠坂。俺も頑張っていくから。
And he just, oh my god. Oh, and he smiled just like Shiro in episode 16, was it? Did they bring him back just to fucking bring on the feels? Did they just fucking bring him back for some cheap ass feels? Oh, I didn't need that. That fucking hit me too hard. Oi! What? That was it? You're gonna end the episode like that? Epilogue. You see, I called it. The next episode is the epilogue. That's what makes a great show. That's what makes a show that has been so masterfully crafted so far end on such a bittersweet but such a brilliant, perfect note. It's an entire last episode dedicated to wrapping everything up and bringing about closure to what has been such a phenomenal series. An epilogue. Most series don't even get an epilogue. They just cut off right after the climax, and that's the end of the series, end of the season, leaving a horrible, bitter, dissatisfactory taste in my mouth. But man, Fate, they got the money, they got the budget to spend an additional 25 odd minutes to wrap everything up for the last episode. Props to you, Fate. Hats off to you for being so fucking awesome. But man, this fucking episode, guys, I don't even know where to begin. The penultimate episode of Unlimited Blade Works, episode 24. Honestly, this episode is up there with freaking episode 20 that I watched, you know, a couple of days ago. And yeah, it's honestly one of the best episodes I've ever seen in my entire life. This episode was just freaking phenomenal. Phenomenal. This episode was absolutely incredible. Gilgamesh versus Shiro, Saber versus the abomination of the Holy Grail, and Archer, which I'll get onto later. I don't know how the fuck he was still alive. And yeah, just everything that I wanted to see, I wanted to happen this episode happened. Every bit of climactic ending to this scam of a Holy Grail war happened in this episode. All the mega hype moments, all of the super just brain melting, eargasmic, full body experience moments happened in this episode, all in these 24 minutes, such that by the time the episode ended, my brain was still running at the speed of sound, at the speed of Mach 10, like a fucking roller coaster going down the drop, that I didn't even realize that the episode just ended. And because everything was still flying around in my head, I didn't feel, you know, I haven't digested any of I haven't processed anything that has gone through my eyes in these past 24 minutes. So let's spend this post-episode reaction discussion just brain dumping and me just vomiting out all of my thoughts and feelings about this episode and the series so far up until almost the very end now of this amazing journey. And yeah, just what I think of everything that has happened with what I have seen. So in this episode, to kick things off, we're going to start with Rin and Shinji and Saber with that pool of mud and that abomination behind the outback of the Ryodo temple. So Saber can't touch the mud, apparently. I don't know why, and I don't even know why she would touch the mud to begin with, because in Fate Zero, we saw her walk on water in the river when fighting the Kraken. So really, you could just hover above it with your magical layer, right? Protecting you from the liquid surface. So you don't technically have to go into the mud, but even if you do, what's the worst that could happen, considering Rin fucking dive bombed and submerged her entire body in the fucking mud and came out of it, you know, a bit haggard, but you know, she was still fine. So, you know, Saber, you're a fucking heroic spirit, you're superhuman. I'm pretty sure you can dive into that and come back out and not fucking, you know, be worse than Rin, right? It seemed like Rin was in a bit of a pickle. It seemed like she was starting to get eaten away by the fucking, you know, tumors of the heroic grail, and then suddenly Archer just came out of nowhere. How did Archer survive getting hit by all of Gilgamesh's swords? Unless he performed a magic trick at the end of that episode, I don't see how the fuck he's still alive. Where the hell did he come from? Did he suddenly just summon himself back to this era or something? I personally, I don't understand how on earth he could have survived Gilgamesh's blast and came back to basically get revenge over Gilgamesh, which I'll get onto in a minute, and also save Rin from pretty much that inescapable predicament that she was in. And then, yeah, Saber, man. Like I said, I didn't have time to grieve for Saber, right? When Saber casted that Excalibur one last time and blown up the Grail and just ended the horrors. And, oh, by the way, I'm surprised that nobody was, you know, burnt to death from all of that period blood, all of that fucking vomit that was being chundered out from that portal. I'm surprised that none of it made it to the city or made it to any residential area where there was any form of human life and didn't cause any casualties. Either that, or the show's just like, yeah, that's just collateral damage. We're just gonna brush that under the rug and no one's gonna talk about it, alright? That's just between you and me. But yeah, it seemed like nobody got hurt from that, which is an absolute fucking miracle. And when Saber destroyed the Grail and severed the connection to that portal, vomiting out blood, she had no mana left, and all of the command spells were gone from Rin's hand. She just burnt all three of them in that final moment, because, you know, fuck it, the war's about to end, right? Might as well just get rid of them. It's got no more use for them anyways. And yeah, Saber just faded away. She's like, you've got Shiro now, Rin. You don't need me to look after you anymore. And then, yeah, she just faded away. My fucking waifu's disappeared again. Did she even see any closure and any well, I mean, yeah, she did get some peace, I guess. I mean, the fight between Shiro and Archer, she did kind of find her answer that her life wasn't a mistake, that you shouldn't live life with regrets, and therefore you should just be content and make peace with yourself. No matter how bad or how good your life ended, just accept the fact that that was your life and just move on with no regrets and don't, you know, want to undo everything. So I guess Saber learned a valuable life lesson from watching Shiro and Archer fight. So I guess she doesn't want the Grail anymore and want to undo her history. So maybe when she goes back to her time, she can finally rest in peace and just get off that fucking mountain of corpses and, you know, just go do something else, right? She doesn't have to just sit there all day long and continue crying about wanting to undo her reign. So maybe she got saved, but it wasn't, you know, clearly shown in this episode and in this series. So it seems like since Saber's not the main girl in this particular route, she just fades away, and I think you just have to imagine, just have to expect and accept that Saber somewhere in her mind has been saved and she's now content and has found the answers that she's been looking for all of her life. So Saber's gone. It's so sad, man. I wish she could have stayed with Rin and Shiro and just had a threesome together for the rest of their lives. To be honest, I probably would prefer that. All right, the three of you just go have fun for the rest of your lives, and yeah, I know it makes absolutely no fucking sense whatsoever, but hey, it satisfies the fucking wretched hole in my heart after Saber just faded away. Okay, if you can patch that wretched hole in my heart right now that I don't want here, no matter how illogical it would be, I don't care how stupid it is, I'll take it. All right, just give me that shit. And after Saber died, I couldn't even sit around to grieve for her disappearance, for her leaving, for her farewell, because we jumped straight back into Unlimited Blade Works. Shiro versus Gilgamesh in that fucking wasteland of swords. And like I said, I called it, the only way you can counter Gate of Babylon is to be Gate of Babylon. Just summoning as many swords as Gilgamesh can, shoot them out and just counter them all. And even what Shiro said, man, those words burnt Gilgamesh so hard. He's like, you may be the king of heroes, you may have every weapon known to mankind at your disposal, but guess what? You are a half-baked ass like me. You are basically a jack of all trades. You own every weapon in the universe, but you never took the time to master one. Remember that saying that people tend to tell you about? It's like, I don't fear the man that knows 1,000 things once. I fear the man that has done the one thing 1,000 times to achieve mastery, to achieve perfection in that one art, compared to somebody who just knows a lot about everything but is the master of none. So that's basically what he was saying to Gilgamesh. You have all these swords, but you're not proficient in any of them. Therefore, I'm the perfect guy to counter you because I'm basically just like you. And then, yeah, Gilgamesh was, man, he got so fucking triggered. And, yeah, I can't believe Gilgamesh had to fucking pull out all the stops to try and stop Shiro. Literally, at the very last moment, he had to hesitantly pull out Aya against his own will. He was like, I don't want to pull out my precious treasure to fucking touch this disgusting mongrel, but I have no choice. And you could see it, man. When Aya's hilt and the handle popped out of his portal, there was that brief moment of hesitation of Gilgamesh's hand wanting to grab hold of it, and then he suddenly knew he had to forcibly make himself grab hold of Aya's hand. It was like, I have to do this, otherwise this guy's potentially gonna kill me. And then the moment he pulled out Aya, fucking Shiro just came out of the sky and just fucking hacked his arm off, and I fell off my chair because I was fucking spurging out so damn hard. Oh my god, I have to watch that fight again later. I'm like 100%. I'm gonna have to, later on in the day when I'm done with all of my work, I'm gonna have to watch that fight again because it flew by my head so fast, like a trillion, billion, gajillion miles an hour, that I barely processed anything that happened in that fight. That fight happened so freaking fast that my mind is in pieces right now. My mind is like a fucking scrambled egg. My eyes have just melted out of my fucking face. Oh, that was too good. That was too good. But in the end, man, Shiro ran out of mana. The Unlimited Blade Works ended. Gilgamesh still was standing after taking so many mortal wounds. And yeah, he was about to pop Shiro in the head with one final sword, but then Archer comes out of nowhere and pops Gilgamesh in the head. Oh wait, no, before that, how the fuck did a black portal just just a black hole just spawned underneath Gilgamesh's extremity, right? How on earth did a fucking magical black hole just spawn underneath Gilgamesh's amputated limb, out of his bleeding, flesh wound, out of that mortal wound on his arm? Where did that black hole come from? Can somebody explain that to me, please? Because that made no sense to me. That felt like just some kind of cheap last-minute plot device. I don't want to say it's bad writing because maybe the source material explained it better and it just wasn't portrayed properly in the anime, but to me it looked like just some random black hole came out of literally nowhere. Or, if you want me to just theorize it right here and now, since the Grail gave Gilgamesh life in Fate Zero, maybe somewhere in his body there's some kind of, backup fail-safe code that the Grail put inside his body after giving him life. So, Gilgamesh being reincarnated by the Grail essentially has, the Grail's essence flowing through him. So maybe the Grail is still somewhat, living inside Gilgamesh, and, not literally, but maybe the spirit of the Grail in some fragment was still living inside Gilgamesh. So at that moment in time, because it was destroyed and Gilgamesh is losing, the Grail thought, alright, I'm gonna take you back to the Shadow Realm now. You failed me, Gilgamesh, after I've given you life. That's the only way I can think about where that Grail spawned. That Grail was maybe some kind of fucking inbuilt program into the fucking life essence that the Grail gave Gilgamesh at the end of Fate Zero, and it just activated then and there to take revenge over Gilgamesh, screwing everything up for it. That's it. That's all I can think of. And yeah, Archer, I don't know where the hell he came from, popped out of nowhere, and then fucking sniped Gilgamesh through the fucking forehead. Forehead! Oh, he's just fucking foreheaded him so fucking bad, and man, that fucking knockback after the arrow just popped him right through his fucking skull, and then he was like, Archer! And then he just went back into the void. Can't believe it. Everything this episode happened so fast, man. Saber disappeared in like 20 seconds. Gilgamesh just gone like that after that epic final showdown, and then just went back into the Shadow Realm. And then Archer shows up at the last moment for like 30 seconds and just gives that fucking heart-wrenching goodbye to Rin, and even looked exactly like Shiro, but just lost all of the fucking gingerness in his hair, and he just faded away. And then Shiro just comes out of nowhere and, coming back from his fight with the King of Heroes, and, says, hey, Rin, time to go home, babe. Time to go make dinner. Back to Cooking Simulator 2.0. Time to go back to the kitchen and continue what truly matters in the Fate series. Cooking with Emiya Shiro. And that's it. The episode just ended right there. I mean, I don't even know what to say, guys. I'm speechless right now. This episode's blown my mind all over the fucking keyboard, all over the desk. I'm gonna need a good amount of time after this to contemplate my thoughts. That's basically all I have to say about this episode. It was mega hype. One of the best episodes I've ever seen, period. That fight between Shiro and Gilgamesh and the OST playing in the background. That OST, man, I'm gonna have to go look that up. That OST, people have told me that there have been some legendary OSTs from the visual novel that have been remade specifically for the anime. I'm gonna take a guess that's one of them, okay? Because that sounded way too epic, and it probably is a very iconic soundtrack that all the hardcore Fate fans know that I've only just listened to for the first time. But yeah, that was such a fucking killer soundtrack that most likely it was there in the source material. It's been remade for this anime, and man, was it a fucking 11 out of 10, a billion out of 10. That soundtrack was fire. So yeah, that's it. The Holy Grail War is over. All 7 servants of the Unlimited Blade Works set of servants. I mean, I know Saber was from Fate Zero, but she disappeared at the end of Fate Zero, and then she came back, got summoned alongside the other 6 of this series. So I'm going to count her as part of the Unlimited Blade Works set of servants. So all 7 servants are now gone. Gilgamesh is now also gone. Kirei is now gone. And yeah, just everything is over. The world has been saved. The war is over. The horror has come to an end. And now Shiro and Rin are gonna go back home and bang. Well, I mean, no, they're gonna go and cook some lunch or cook some dinner back in the kitchen. That's probably more likely than them going back home and bang. That's it, guys. That's the climactic ending to Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works. Next episode's going to be the epilogue, and we're just going to wrap things up. I don't know what they're going to cover in 25 minutes, but, you know, I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to see how well Ufotable and how well this series can bring closure to itself for me to give it the final, true, ultimate score. So yeah, guys, that's it. That's all of my thoughts for episode 24 of Unlimited Blade Works. It has been an absolute pleasure watching up until this point of the series. So far, this episode has been an absolute masterpiece. I hope you've all enjoyed my reaction as much as I've enjoyed spurging out, hyping out watching this episode. Truly an absolute fucking incredible episode. So if you haven't done so already, guys, like, comment, subscribe, notify button, both of my other YouTube channels, click on all of them, social media network links, Discord link, Patreon link, click on all of those links, expand your reach upon the Too Lazy for Life network, the Too Lazy for Life community, become part of the family, guys, and just hang out with me and all of the other sloths of my sloth army in that Discord server and just chat about anything you want all day, all week, all month, all year long. So long as I'm not asleep, I'll get back to you as soon as possible in real time. I very much appreciate that, guys, if you do that and show your love and support to me. And if you really want to show your love and support, then consider signing up to my Patreon for as little as $1.99 to experience all of my full, uncut, unedited reactions that you'll not find anywhere else. That also, might I add, includes the footage of the show itself, not just a black bar and timer. You get to watch alongside me with the actual show. And you won't have to settle for, you know, the crummy, heavily censored and filtered highlight reel that you find on YouTube. If that's not your thing and you want to experience the full thing, find it on my Patreon for as little as $1.99. And to all of you existing patrons right now, supporting me right now, continue being awesome. Thank you all so much for showing me that extra level of love and support and backing for my work. You love my work to that degree that you're willing to go that extra next level step of showing me just how much you want to represent my community, represent me, represent my brand, represent the Sloth Army. Alright, guys, so thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all very shortly for the final episode of Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works, guys. Alright, but until then, that's it from me, from your boy Too Lazy for Life. Alright, I'll catch you later.